We're at the 12 Apostles on the Great Ocean Road, and there's nobody even at this bit. Come on! Woo! And I'm just tempted to get in naked. Do you think I should skinny dip at the 12 Apostles? Like, how many people can say they've done that? This is the first half of the Great Ocean Road. I'm actually driving it today rather than playing football, so I'm mixing it up. I do have an exciting collection I need to go pick up. It's not exciting for anyone else other than me. It's an exciting part of my life. Something new has happened, which I'm very, very excited about, which I'll reveal at the end of the video. So yeah, this is going to show you what the Great Ocean Road looks like from the point of view of an English person travelling alone in a camper van by himself. So if you ever wanted to lap Australia, drive Australia in a camper van, this is what the Great Ocean Road looks like. Pretty unhealthy sounding petrol tank. Boom, this is stop number 1 on the Great Ocean Road. So, well, it's my stop number 1 anyway. Obviously people stop at the sign and then take photos under a sign that says Great Ocean Road. I am a bit weird. I don't really see the point in photos and these types of things, but then it is because I'm videoing all the time. This is Teddy's Lookout. I'm amazed there's nobody here. Like, I'm the only car in the car park. It is 8 AM, but I don't think that's too early. Do you know what I mean? Australia's known for it, but I mean, I'm not even there yet, but I know the views are going to be ridiculous. I'm getting excited. What does this sign say before I show you? 100-million-year-old concretions. Right, I don't know what that says. It sounds really boring. So let's go see the view. Check this out. Wow. This is beautiful, mate. I've come at a great time of day. If nobody's here, means I can confidently talk on camera like a twat and not feel like an idiot. But yeah, this is really, really beautiful. Teddy's Lookout. I won't drag it on too much. I don't know what this video is going to be. It's just probably just going to be me waffling. I thought it might be useful to make it informational about the Great Ocean Road, but clearly it's not going to be that. It's going to be me waffling about my life as I go through the Great Ocean Road. So sorry if anyone's interested in the Great Ocean Road, but you should be interested in me. Be interested in me doing things. So maybe I can show you, I don't know, something. Be positive, be happy. I don't know what I'm going on about again. So yeah, last time, here's the view. Let's get to the next spot. There 100% should be some type of regulations about roads being so beautiful to drive on. Now we're on that road that we were just viewing from the platform. But whenever it's so beautiful, it's like I'm trying to look at the road, but I'm also looking over there. And also right now I'm filming myself as I'm doing all of those things as well, which is even more stupid. But yeah, I just wanted to share, like, this journey is really, really beautiful. It's just such a distraction because you're just constantly looking over there. And one thing I noticed with driving a van compared to, for example, in Vietnam I did a scooter, is it feels so much more like I could cause a lot more problems in the van if I'm not paying attention. It's a lot easier to sort of be distracted on a scooter, I don't know, like to look around rather than actually pay attention to where you're going. But I know all of that sounds really, really stupid. We're in the Great Otway National Park and we're heading to the Kennet River Koala Walk, it's called. So it's a spot where you can apparently see wild koalas, apparently lots of kangaroos. I actually saw my first kangaroo in the wild the other day. I've got a video of that. So yeah, let's head there, hopefully see some wild koalas, and I'll take you along for the journey. Right, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. This is one limitation with the GoPro, but there's a kangaroo there, kangaroo there, kangaroo there, and there's a fly coming around my face. Obviously there's this bird here as well. But yeah, wild kangaroos just chilling. So cool. I don't see how I'm going to see koalas here, to be honest. It does say there's venomous snakes here as well, so I need to be really careful not to just get bit by a snake, obviously. Here you go, we've got a sign for koalas, so there must actually be koalas here somewhere. And this is interesting, so it says that they're often incorrectly referred to as koala bears, which I've definitely called them koala bears before, but it actually says they're nothing to do with bears and their closest living relative is a wombat. So they're not called koala bears. Stop calling them koala bears, they're just koalas. Right, did you know this as well? Newborn koalas are hairless, blind, and have no ears, and they're the size of a jelly bean. I did not know that. Right, rides on its mother's back until it's 1 year of age. And koalas live for 10 to 12 years. We didn't know that either. Koalas sleep for 20 hours a day, this says. It says, yeah, this is a great activity to participate at the Kennet River. They sleep for 20 hours a day. Do not attempt to wake them by disturbing their habitat. Imagine trying to wake up a koala. That's ridiculous. I'll set my alarm off. Right, well, yeah, it says just walk through the forest and hopefully you can observe them either eating, scratching, grunting, or simply sleeping. So fingers crossed we'll find a koala. What the hell is this? I can't be the only one that sees this. Like, if you look at that, what do you think this is? It looks like a natural toilet to me, doesn't it? I mean, no one's used it for that, luckily. If you prefer quieter walks on the Great Ocean Road, so far I would suggest this. I mean, I've not seen loads, but it's still a really nice walk, very peaceful. And I've only seen one other couple here. It is, what is the time? 9:20 right now, so it's early enough or late enough for people to be up doing things, especially on this type of trip. I'd imagine people get up really early, so there's literally no one here. Very peaceful. So as I say, if you prefer quieter walks that aren't just surrounded by people, because I hate going to the tourist spots. There's like the 12 Apostles, I think it's called, that I'm going to be going to in a minute, and I know that's just going to be absolutely cram-packed full of people. Yes, it might be nice, but I just think that takes away from it so much. Look at this though. All right, in a forest, mate. That's one of the perks of walking through a forest. You get cobwebs everywhere. Now, if you don't love walking through forests and woods and this type of stuff, what are you actually doing? Like, what do you do? I don't get it. What do you find enjoyable if it's not just being outdoors, walking through like forests and stuff? Now, that is my stuff to a T. Playing football, walking through forests, exploring jungles. That's what I enjoy. So if you enjoy that, join the community. This is getting a bit overgrown now. This is where the snakes could start coming out, man. I'm gonna stand on a snake's head by accident. This is part of the walk though, surely. It's still got a path. It's just when you're constantly walking through like this, waiting for a big cobweb, big snake or something. I don't know if I need to be being quiet to see a koala. It did say don't scream to wake them up. I don't know how high to expect them either. They're not going to be low down, but a koala can't get up there, can it? I have no idea. They've got some sharp ass claws. I'm sure they're quite capable. Like, look at this. This is like a blooming assault course, mate. We will find a koala today. I'm debating purely. I just want to title this, I found wild koalas on the Great Ocean Road. That's a great title. Obviously that's not the only reason I want to see koalas, that's stupid, but that will be nice. Not that any YouTube videos do well, so you know, one day people will watch my fucking YouTube videos. I hope so anyway, you know what I mean? Trying to be a positive person, travelling, sharing growth through football, adventure, these types of stuff. If me just being positive, doing these types of things can inspire one person, I'm doing all this by myself. If you live alone, if you're a lonely person, or if you live, hang on, how do I word this? If you spend a lot of time by yourself, you don't have to be lonely. You can still do lots of things that get you out in the world and fulfill you. Like, I've been by myself now for like, I don't know, I went solo traveling for a year, last year. I've been living in a van for 50 days, 51 days now, I don't know how many it is, and by yourself. Of course you interact with strangers, but most of your time you're just by yourself. So you can, look at this, what the hell is this? Well, it's obviously a tree, isn't it? But, all right, shall I see if I can limbo it? Oh, this is like an approach, oh God. I don't think this is possible. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. No. Look how low down I'd have to be to do that. Can do some pull-ups here though. What am I doing? Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing with life. Like, I have so many things that I want to do. I want to have a positive impact, let's say. I want to share, travel through football, grow through football, mindset, these types of things. But how do you actually do it? How do you actually have an impact that resonates with people? Like you, if you're watching this, does this resonate with you? Do you want to be out in the woods, forests? Do you like football? Do you like adventure? I don't know. How do I get people to connect with myself personally? Like, I guess just expressing yourself, honestly, which it just takes practice. I'm not tied to the outcome of people watching my videos, but obviously you need people to watch your videos to be able to have an impact. So, and when I do see some of my videos, I had a video do really, really well, and everyone's commenting, oh, positive, all this stuff, really good, nice things. And that's obviously lovely, but the main thing is just nice to know that you can have that impact on people. Some people were saying it was making their day, it was one of the best things they've seen that day. And it's mind-blowing to think that you can create something like that, but all I was doing was playing football and just enjoying myself. And then I posted more videos of me playing football, enjoying myself, and it gets nothing, so yeah, that's just the world, I guess. Can't predict algorithms. I want to help young people just believe that you can do things by yourself. Even if you are alone, you can do anything. Like, you can do anything. Save money, get a savings account, actually save money, save up to travel, and just put yourself out your comfort zone. That is my only thing I would advise people to do. Like, if you want to buy a house, buy a house. I did that before I went traveling. I bought a house, I live with a partner, I learned how to look after myself, went through difficult ups and downs, and then went traveling. I'm 29 now, and I feel like it's the perfect time for me to go traveling because I'm more certain of myself, I'm more secure, and I know more about what I want to build. Like, I'm not just traveling to just fuck about, have fun. Of course I want to enjoy myself, but I'm doing this for a purpose, for a reason, to try and grow and try and learn, try and share something and create something meaningful. If you are a guy that's by himself, lonely, and you feel lost, follow along, because I've been where you are. I've taken steps to get to where I am now. As you can see, the jumper's come off. I don't know if anyone else does this, where you just wear a jumper, no t-shirt. It seems really stupid later on when you get really hot, but earlier on when you first do it, it's the only thing you want to wear. You want to be warm, but not too warm, and you're a bit cold. Do you know, does that make sense? Everyone else just wear a jumper and then regret it later? Why would a koala, if it's got this whole forest, why would it actually stay anywhere near the path? Like, surely people walk down here, I don't know how often, but that would then cause a disturbance to the koala. Surely they're smart enough to be like, let's not go where people walk and just go further away. If you wanted to come here to see a koala, I wouldn't get your hopes up, but it's obviously possible. People have done it. So yeah, either way, it's a nice walk, but just have low expectations about koalas. That's what I'd say. I'm definitely getting into snake bite territory if I keep walking out of the path into taller grass. So we might just have to take it as a fail, which is big sad. I could walk that way, actually. Let's go that way with my koala pooed sliders. I could say, ah, what the fuck? Ah, you bastard. Something just stung my fucking foot, bro. Oh, that was really painful. It looked like a wasp. I just picked it up. Don't know if it was a wasp. This is the other thing with, like, when you're in these types of places, I don't know how bad that is. Like, is that something I need to go get sorted? It doesn't feel that bad. Let's keep walking up here. That's the thing, I am doing this in sliders as well, which is also really stupid. Like, this is kind of stupid, isn't it? Oh God. Yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna bail, Sometimes you need to know when to quit. And getting stung, not finding anything, is my cue to quit. So we tried our best. Let's head back to the van. Now, I think the only thing missing from that walk was me getting bit by a snake. So it wasn't a complete disaster class. We didn't see a koala. We managed to get stung by a wasp, but we didn't get bit by a snake. So overall, it was a nice walk, but obviously sad not to see the koalas. Check out this view. This is basically the entire drive. You're just driving along the coast. Really nice views. Again, I don't know why I'm using a banana to point. So yeah, we're heading, I don't know where we're heading next. So that way, and then when I decide to stop. So I'll see you there and I'll let you know where it is. Right, well, the next stop, Might's Rest, I think that is. I think there's a waterfall here. I'm going to do a lot less waffling on this one. I'm going to just watch back the last one. I just talk so much. Obviously, I'm just sort of brain dumping what's going on in my life so far, which can be important sometimes, but when you're trying to make a video that people would actually watch, I mean, no one watches them anyway, but sometimes you like to think maybe one day people want to resonate with me, what I'm doing, but right now, I'll never really care, so I'm going to keep it to a minimum. That was it. There's no waterfall, so Google Maps lied to me. But yeah, we're going to carry on now. I think I'm going to actually smash up most of this spots on the Great Ocean Road today, to be honest. So I think the next thing is the 12 Apostles. For reference, well, that walk took me all of 15 minutes, so it's proper easy if you do want to come do that walk. Quite nice, but it's on the way as well. If you're doing the Great Ocean Road, you might as well stop there. Okay, so this stretch of the journey is a bit more inland. There's less coastal road. You're still on the coastal road, but you're not actually directly against the ocean. It's about 60 miles from Apollo Bay was the stop before I went inland to the 12 Apostles. So roughly about an hour-ish to get through here, hour and a half. We're about halfway through it now, so yeah, nearly there. There's the Gibson Steps and the 12 Apostles, which I think are at the same spot. I assume the Gibson Steps means you can get down to the sand, I don't really know. But we'll figure all that out when we get there. It's got about 40 minutes left to go till we get there, so I'll see you there. This is an odd situation. The red light man is moving. Do I go, or? I have no idea, he just stopped on the side. Oh yeah, I think I can go. That's so confusing. It's crazy, you can probably hear it's super windy, so I'm not really going to talk, but as I said, super busy. Pretty though. I was just looking up why it's called the 12 Apostles. There's not, well, I can't see 12, so I looked it up and it said apparently they basically rebranded it for purpose to evoke a sense of grandeur. So it's just to make people more impressed. It's the only reason it's called that. And the fact that it references the biblical 12 apostles, but there's only actually nine stacks, apparently it's called. So it's just literally a name to get more people to come here. Right, cool, we've done that now. I've literally speedrun that in 10 minutes, if that. I don't really know why people spend so much time at sites and things like that. What are you like if you go to see sites? Do you actually sit and look at it for ages, or I just look at it and go, oh, seen that, and then I fuck off again? Right, the Gibson Steps is this way. It says 30 minutes to an hour round trip. I reckon we can do that pretty quickly. I say the post office I need to get to today closes at 6. It's currently exactly 2 o'clock pretty much, so I think we can smash this out. There's still a few more stops to see on the way. Basically the Gibson Steps, it says it goes actually down to the beach. I didn't realise that, so I don't think it will go right where they were though, because I didn't see people down there. But we'll go explore it whilst we're here and see what it's like. Right, this is Gibson Beach. I mean, right now it looks, well, I mean, it is quite spectacular, isn't it? But all the beaches in Australia are really, really nice with massive cliffs like this. I mean, this one might be slightly higher, but I just look at it and think, how good would it be to have the football? It's a great spot there. Nobody's swimming. I didn't bring my swim shorts, so I won't be swimming either. But I want to see how far down there you can walk. There's like no one down there when I was looking from the lookout, so let's go as far as we can possibly go. Honestly, the mind of a tourist just baffles me. All you have to do is walk literally like 40 seconds in this direction away from the whole crowd, and then there's nobody here, and you're actually closer to the things that everyone's come to see. Everyone's just staying down there at the beach, which you could just go to any beach. I don't get it. We're at the 12 Apostles on the Great Ocean Road, and there's nobody even at this bit. Come on! Woo! Right, here's a challenge to anyone who ever comes to Gibson Beach at the 12 Apostles on the Great Ocean Road in Australia. The challenge is to actually come all the way to the end of the beach and touch this rock. Let's touch this small rock here. And just go, woo! You can post a video and tag me in it. Let's see how many people actually do it, because I'm curious. I'm the only one here. The water's low-key warm, and I'm just tempted to get in naked. Do you think I should skinny dip at the 12 Apostles? Like, how many people can say they've done that? So, I think we should do it. Let's just do it. I mean, people are miles away. No one's going to see my small pecker from all over there. So, let's skinny dip at the 12 Apostles. Fuck it. Woo! Skinny dipping at the 12 Apostles, come on! Wow! That's freedom, come on! I wonder how small this is. Look how sick this is as well! Whoa! It goes so deep! Ah, it's over! Boo! Here we go! Woo! Wow! What did I just stand on? Woo! It's the simple things, mate! Do you know what, whilst we're here, should we just go to the other end of the beach as well? Again, nobody is going over there. I don't know why, but we're only going to be here once in my lifetime, so we might as well actually cover every grain of sand
and go all the way to the end. Why not? To me, this is what traveling is all about, exploring. Like, why is no one walking here? Going to either end. Like, you're at this thing once, they're all just stood there taking photos. Now, I know I'm filming a lot, but if I wasn't filming, I'd still be doing this exact same thing. Like, that's why I like filming stuff, because I'm just filming what I'm doing. I'm not doing things to film things. I'm doing things and filming it. Travel and adventure is all about going to new places and seeing the new place. Why would you just go somewhere and then not actually see the whole thing? Like, I wonder how many people, this is a challenge for TikTok, can you find me another person that has come to Gibson Beach and touched both ends of the beach? I guarantee no one else has done that. If you have, I challenge to find you, comment in the comments that you've done that. And if you haven't, and you're gonna come here, we've developed the challenge now. You gotta touch both ends of the beach. Right, we've made it to the end, and you can't tell me this isn't another insanely good football rebound spot. Look at this wall here. I could be volleying the ball off of there, then off of there. That'll be tough. But look, there's so much cool shit to do here. Like, does anyone even ever go here? Do they? I don't know. Woo! Oh, there is actually people there. Who'd have thought it? Now, this may be revealing too much information, but I just walked past that couple, and if I was a couple here, what do you think you'd be doing? You're at a really beautiful location where there's not likely to be anyone else around. What would you do? Now, where's your mind gone? Because that's what I would be doing. I don't know about you, but what else would you do? Why would you not take that opportunity? I mean, that sounds pretty fun to me. Shame I'm here by myself, isn't it? What the fuck? Should we retrace their steps? I bet we get to a point where there's just some, like, 4 prints on the floor, handprints on the floor. The sea has washed them away. If they was up to any funny business. Look at this wall again. Mate, you could do rebound to the sea here, of this wall, bang to me, off the high wall. Oh, it'd be so much fun! Right, we are back in the van, obviously, as you can see. But yeah, the rest of that walk, it took me a total of about an hour and a half to do the second part of the walk, the whatever steps they are called, I can't remember what they're called already. But obviously I faffed about a lot. I could have done that in under an hour for sure. And I went to both ends of the beaches, so I think you could do that in a pretty good pace. The 12 Apostles themselves literally took like 15 minutes, but again, I don't really like to wait around and faff about at the location and stand around a load of tourists, so I did that quite quickly. The rest of the route along the Great Ocean Road is similar, just cliffs and things like this. So you've got Lockhart Gorge, I think it's called, you've got a London Arch. But to be honest, I'm happy with what I've seen today. I'm pretty exhausted. I started today at 7 AM, so it's currently 3:30, and I've got to go collect this camera. So I'm just gonna head straight to Wollongong, or whatever it's called now, Wirrn, whatever, I don't know what it's called. Get the camera, I'll show you that once I pick it up, the DJI, which I'm excited to have. That's really hard holding the camera while I was doing that, it's so windy. But I don't know if this is weird, but I just thought I'd share how I drive. So obviously you have your foot down on the pedal, but I drive barefooted in Australia. I don't know why, it just feels really easy, and I just use my big toe. Like, it's only my big toe on the actual, what's it called? Throttle, is that the right word? I don't know. Yeah, I just use my big toe. I don't know why. Putting my whole foot on it just feels a bit awkward. So does anyone else purely use their big toe for something? I've also been told I have tingers, which is toe fingers. Obviously you can be the judge. But yeah, this is how I drive. Is that weird? Right, now we've just seen some signs for a whale nursery. So that is something a little bit different rather than the cliffs that I am interested in. So we're gonna head there now and see what that's like. So let's check out this whale nursery. Right, so we've just rocked up to this. I think it's a whale viewing platform, I think it says. Having a whale of a time. Yeah, Logan's Beach Whale Nursery. You see any whales? No. No? Hopefully I have more luck. Cheers, man. Well, they didn't see any whales. Hopefully we'll see some. This is why, whales in water from May to October. It's currently February, so we're out of season. Didn't see koalas, we're not going to see any whales, but we're going to try anyway.
I low-key thought that a whale nursery was going to be like a swimming pool with whales in, that they just had a load of like baby whales. That's a bit stupid. Obviously I've just crouched to get out of the wind, but yeah, you can see there's no whales here. I mean, not that you're going to be able to see them on a GoPro anyway. There's some seaweed that keeps tricking me, but yeah, I don't think we have much luck today. Right, I'll continue on back in the car. I'm really hungry, so I just want to get to... Oh, for fuck's sake. Just want to get to the location now, pick up the camera, get some food. But at least we tried something a bit different, you know? Easily could have just kept driving and been like, no, don't want a detour, but we had a little look. But yeah, it's out of season, so if you do want to see whales, apparently then by the south of Australia, it needs to be May to October, I think that said, so plan to come around there if you want to come. My mum and dad actually come last year. They come to Australia and did whale shark diving. This shit, is it done it now? Yeah, look, start engine manually. This is what the car keeps doing. Like the battery doesn't... You can do it again? Yeah, look. What the fuck? But then I have to do this shit, right? Let me turn that down. I have to do this, so I have to turn the engine on and rev it. It's so fucked. I really need to get this looked at. No. Fuck me. Hopefully it'll work. I mean, I've not had it not work yet. Hey, come on. That's it. We've got to play with fire a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully I get stuck somewhere really remote and that happens and then just doesn't work. That'll be ideal. Obviously we don't want that to happen, but we're back on again. Let's continue the journey. I do want to do great white shark cage diving. It sounds really weird to say, but cage diving with a great white shark. I'll have a cage fight with a great white shark, mate. Yeah, I don't know where the best place to do that is. I do need to look that up, but I think that'll be really, really cool. If anyone's done shark cage diving, let me know where you did that in Australia and what the chances are of actually seeing great white sharks, because I'm terrified of great white sharks, well, obviously, and sharks in general, but they really interest me at the same time. I'm really curious about them. Look at this. Everywhere's so fucking beautiful on this drive. This drive has been really nice. I would definitely recommend doing the Great Ocean Road. Right, let's do a cheeky little unboxing. So, I mean, you probably would have seen DJI cameras anyway. Loads of people use them, but this camera was sent to me because of my fantastic work I've been doing on Ball and Backpack on Instagram. So if you're not following that, go follow it. I do football therapy, so it's basically perfect aesthetic, keepy ups, things like this. And I'm still an average footballer, so when I say perfect, it's not always perfect. I do get it wrong sometimes, of course. I do show the cool locations, even if I can't get the perfect sequence, rebound, keepy ups, whatever. But yeah, it's to help people to sort of feel calm, enjoy a bit of football in beautiful locations. So obviously I'm fortunate to be able to play football in loads of locations. Instagram's doing really, really well, and DJI have sent me a camera. So I still, as I said earlier, find this crazy that I'm at a point where a massive recognised brand has contacted me to actually send me something, which is exciting. Hopefully that means that I'm going in the right direction and there'll be future opportunities like this that will happen, so I can make a living off of doing this. Is the dream. I've never done an unboxing before and I'm clearly doing it badly. Boom, there's a camera. Also, I sent this to a post office. I didn't know you could do that. I was sort of scared of what to do because I didn't know how to get anything delivered whilst I live in a van. So yeah, it's a DJI Osmo Action 6. I've never used this before. I see a lot of people using them. I think you can zoom in things on Osmos, which would be interesting. So the next video I make, I'm going to film with this and see how it goes. Basically the deal is I had to create 2 videos for them in return for this. 2 videos is bonkers considering it's just what I do anyway. It's like very, very cool, very happy. I just can't believe this is actually happening. We've got a bite mount. Yeah, so this, I'm hoping I don't have to use this. I can just use my GoPro head strap, because having to put a thing in your mouth and film sounds way harder than just using a head strap. Boost lens. Now I don't know enough about cameras to know what this will do, how to use it, but we'll figure that out over the next coming days. So I'm just gonna end the video there. I think today's been quite a long one, quite a crazy few journeys, few stops. I know people probably do the Great Ocean Road differently to me and think I'm stupid for missing out a load of the epic stops that you could have done, but I've seen cliffs, I've seen all this stuff, so I'm very, very happy with my day. I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm gonna find somewhere to eat and just relax. and play with this camera and end the video there. This is what happens when I don't just do a football challenge for a video. It ends up being, I don't know how long this video is going to be. But yeah, I apologise, it's a long one. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully I've shown you parts of the Great Ocean Road that you'd like to visit, and in a new way, being positive and happy and all these things that I like to do. So yeah, end of the video there. Lots of love, and I'll see you next time.